Time now for our Spotlight program. As we do every Monday, reserve time for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Detra's in. Good morning, Detra. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. I'm fantastic.
Well, let's go back to Friday. It was the men's blast-off. A little warm out there, but I imagine you had a good turnout.
It was. It was actually a lot cooler than last year, especially in the morning, so it was lovely. I heard lots of horror stories about the heat last year. We had 19 teams this year, and really great day. We were done, I think, in record time. By 4:30, I think everyone was in. I think we were actually done with everything by 4:30 with the awards and so forth. And we're looking forward to a full wrap-up on next week's program with a couple of our committee members on both the men's and the women's blast-off.
So as you do that, I mean, that was already scheduled, maybe like a post-mortem to kind of figure out how things went and how to move into 2018?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
All right, great. Well, we'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this week. We talked last week with
Kathy Thornton.
Kathy Thornton about a business after hours this week.
Right. We're thrilled that our host this month, this is our second one of the month, popular event, is going to be at Community First Credit Union. So that's out towards Walmart. And Kathy Thornton, who's the branch manager, was on the program last week and talked about, they've had a new logo design that they rolled out late last year. And also they're going to be serving some local fare, including local wine from Cedar Valley Winery, and Sweet and Saucy will be there. So it's a great chance to learn about all their businesses and services and network, meet and greet folks, enjoy some great food and drink.
Again, that's Thursday from 5 to 7 at Community First Credit Union on the city's west side.
Yes.
Now's the time for the young folks in Fairfield to sign up for Leadership Fairfield.
Yes, and just a reminder, the early bird deadline is August 14th. So I know vacation season is upon us, so I just keep sprinkling this out there each week so we can remember about that. And again, businesses, if you're interested in sponsoring an employee or two, we'd love to get those applications in.
And again, those Leadership Fairfield, that program will start September, October?
Yep, it will kick off in September with a half-day meeting, and then we have a full day. It's one Tuesday a month for, I think, 7 sessions, all the way through the spring, and then they graduate at our annual banquet.
Which is in April.
Yes.
All right, real quickly, 1 week from today, you will be continuing your Retail Managers Working Group workshops.
Yes. So this is a working group we've had targeting both retail and restaurant managers, and we're meeting next Monday at 8 a.m., and we'll be at Sweet and Saucy. And again, everyone is welcome, chamber members, potential chamber members, and some of the projects that we've been working on include a community map that lists some of the different retailers and restaurants that we'll have for visitors from out of town so folks can cross-promote with one another. We talked about a buy local campaign and anything else you want to see happen. We're also talking about, is there other things we can do, particularly downtown, as far as having specials or special events? There was kind of a ladies' night out a few weeks ago, and that was popular. So can we do more small things like that to bring shoppers to our area?
Again, that'll be 1 week from today at this same bat time.
Yes, so you can contact our office for more information.
A couple weeks ago, we had your guest in the studio talking about the upcoming event, which was Power Wagons. I see you brought Matt Welcher back in to kind of give an overview of what happened.
I think Matt actually missed us because he got busy that day.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You came in the following day and talked with me, didn't you?
I did.
It's all good.
There you go.
But we wanted to do a wrap-up of this great event. So good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
Glad to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the business again?
Well, I've been born and raised around Fairfield my whole life. I know a lot of the members of the community. I've worked with the community for different things. It's a great town. It's a great place to grow up in. And Vintage Power Wagons actually started here roughly 36 years ago by founder David Butler. And David worked feverishly to grow the Power Wagon business into what it was. And about 6 years ago, his oldest son, Jens, took over the business. And it is something that I don't think anyone imagined would grow into being what it is today. It is the following of the Dodge Power Wagon and the worldwide support we get from people that are building the trucks and have a love for the trucks is just, it's mind-blowing.
So your business is located on West Jefferson.
It's the address for the business is 302 South 7th Street, but we take up the full block between Washington and Jefferson Street. I think we're just under 19 acres here in Fairfield.
So I've had a chance to go up there and kind of see what's behind the fence, but so what all do you do there?
We build trucks, we work on trucks, we specialize in parts for the trucks. We're the world's largest supplier of 1939 to 1971 Dodge truck parts. And so we buy, sell, and ship truck parts all over the world. We have legitimately now, I believe, post sending something to Antarctica, we have now sent something to every country in the world.
Wow. That's amazing, right here from Fairfield.
It's really interesting, in this past week during our Power Wagon Rally, it was the 30th anniversary, and the turnout that we got, both from the people in town wanting to come see the trucks and talk to the people, and the people that came literally from around the world to spend a week with us, it was mind-blowing. We had people from Germany, Israel, Canada, Australia, all points of the earth came to Fairfield to spend the week and talk about old trucks.
Wow. And I just want to thank, again, our member businesses that were willing to put signs out to welcome these folks to town and, open their doors and hopefully chat with them as they checked out our businesses and our restaurants as well.
It's really nice to see driving through town, all the businesses that have the welcome Power Wagon signs when you go in, and we got a great turnout from the businesses here in town as far as offering coupons and donations for door prizes and things like that. I'd really like to give a big hand to the Chamber for all the work they did helping us out. Steve here at the radio station for putting the word out, weeks ahead of time and following it, the local newspaper, all the businesses here in town, the city of Fairfield, the police department, the sheriff's department, the fire department. I mean, we really had a huge outpouring from everyone in this community to help us out with this year, and it did not go unnoticed.
Oh, well, great. And we'd love to welcome folks and appreciate all your effort, too, to put this special event together that brings people to our wonderful city. And I know in talking with you before that there's other rallies held around the country for Dodge Power Wagon. So how is the Fairfield rally similar or maybe a little different than some of those others?
They're all kind of similar in the aspect. It's just a bunch of people that are more friends that have trucks in common that like to meet and get together. Mm-hmm. The thing with Fairfield is it's much larger than any of the other rallies around the country. Just this week, there's one going on in Hollister, California. I believe it's been going on 22, 23 years. I just returned from the Southern Rally just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. It's been going on, I think, 21, 22 years. There's one coming up in Vermont in August. There's
Great.
Another one in North Carolina. So they're scattered all around the country, and for some folks, it's a 2,000-mile drive to come to Iowa to come check out your truck. And there are people that do that, and there's others that are like, it's easier for me to drive 10 or 11 hours instead of 3 days to,
Wow.
Share these trucks. But
Yeah.
as far as the similarities, we all do the same things. You go on trail rides, you talk about trucks, you hang out, you visit about your families, and you just kind of
Right.
enjoy things. But with Fairfield, it's longer. There's more people here. There's more trucks here. And it's kind of the grandfather of all the rallies, you could say.
That's fantastic.
Matt, were you there as an exhibitor, or were you there representing Power Wagons? Or
Both. I have tried to go to different rallies and be, hey, I'm just going to be a guest today, but I'm usually laying under a truck or under the hood of a truck or working on a truck or talking about trucks. It's one of those things where we were talking last week that one of these days I'm going to go to another rally disguised as someone else and come up with an alias name and see how long I can pull it off for.
Awesome. Well, it's such an interesting business, and I've been thrilled to learn more about it since starting my role at the Chamber. And I think, again, a lot of folks kind of know a little bit about that the Dodge Power Wagon is around, but exactly what all do you do? So thank you so much for sharing some of that.
Oh, you're very
with us
welcome.
today.
I've ran into a lot of people here in town that don't realize we're more than just the Power Wagon Rally.
Absolutely.
And the business has been here in town for going on 35 years now, and we employ 13, 14 people. And
Significant.
So, we keep growing, we keep getting bigger as the popularity of the trucks rise, so does the need for more parts, and we reproduce parts, and we use a lot of local businesses and companies to help us with that. And it's a growing business that I don't see slowing down anytime soon.
Great. And lastly, I always like to ask, what's one thing that you love about Fairfield? You were born and raised, have chosen to stay here?
I would say my favorite part about Fairfield is actually the diversity. There is something to see for everyone in this town, and you're not going to get bored in a small town this size. You talk to so many people from around the country that come here during the rally, and they're just in love with the town because there's so much to do in a town this size that you don't think about. there's so many restaurants to eat at, and there's so many people that you'll meet from somewhere else that just want to sit and visit. And it's just it really is a nice, happy, diverse town that everyone enjoys coming to.
Fantastic. And that's a perfect segue to all the events coming up this week. So thank you so much, Matt, for
You're
joining
very
us
welcome.
this morning.
Thank you,
And
guys.
Congrats again on a fantastic event.
It was a good time. It really was.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. And Power Wagons, Vintage Power Wagons, just reminds me of the other small businesses in town that have reach national and international. You think of Bovard and Sky Factory and things like that, and these little tiny pockets, these little hidden gems that are fascinating to me.
It's so true.
Yeah,
It's so true.
yeah.
And a lot of it are well-kept secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you mentioned a busy week. I'll let you jump right into it.
Okay. Well, just a reminder that we've got a couple events. The Trail Scavenger Hunt is continuing through July 7th, so you can learn more on the Jefferson County Trails website.
I don't want to put you on the spot. I was going to ask last week, where do you find the list of things you're looking for on the scavenger hunt?
I
Do you know?
believe it's on their website.
On their website?
Yes.
Okay.
And if not, call our office and we will make sure you get linked to it. So,
all right.
Yep. So there's several clues, and then you go find them on the trails, and you can learn about the whole thing there. But it's due July 7th. So.
All right, great.
The Greater Jefferson County Fair, as we talked about, kicks off today with a little more activities happening a little later in the week, but that's going through the 25th. We also have an ambassador visit today for one of our newest members, and that's the Sierra Club of Southeast Iowa. So we're going to meet with them today at 12 noon and learn more about what their club does. And there is a blood drive today at St. Mary Catholic Church from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow, big day, lots of things happening. There's an opportunity for looking for a couple folks to help volunteer at the Lord's Cupboard from 8:50 to 10:30 a.m. So the Food Bank of Southern Iowa is looking for 2 or 3 volunteers to work the Fairfield Mobile Food Pantry. Little to no lifting involved, just letting visitors know which foods they can help themselves to as they move through the line. And if you're interested, you can contact Laura Cohen at 472-8457. Also tomorrow morning is the Jefferson County Health Center free diabetes class. Starts at 9 a.m., runs all day through 4 p.m. And in the afternoon, we've got a program at the Fairfield Public Library, Build a Better World, Build Off, just for kids at 1 p.m. And that's with the youth librarian, Afton. We'll be hosting that. Another blood drive. This one is going to be over in Lockridge, the eastern part of the county. Lockridge Fire and Rescue from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. And then another program at the library at 4 p.m., Bored to Death, and that's BOARD, board games, video games for kids, again at the public library at 4 p.m. With Afton. And then there's an interesting program from the Blank Park Zoo. Some folks are going to be here with live animals at the library at 5:30 p.m. And the event is free and open to all ages. And you can check that out, and then you can hustle over and check out the Greater Jefferson County Fair Parade. As you mentioned earlier, starts at 6:30, runs from about 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. through town. And we also have open mic night at the Highway Pub from 7 to 10 p.m. And I have to give a special shout out to the Fairfield Municipal Band. We'll have their first concert Tuesday night at 8 p.m. because I play in that band. We'll be at Central Park, so that will start our concert series that will be held for several weeks. On Wednesday is open craft program at the Fairfield Public Library at 10:30 a.m. So make whatever you want to in this free-form craft program. And all ages are welcome to attend. Again, Afton is organizing that program. The Fairfield Farmers Market is at Howard Park from 3 to 6 p.m. And the Quest for Beauty, Japan, and Icon Gallery, been mentioning this for several weeks, and this is going to wrap up from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. And if you want to come to that class, it's just $10, and you can contact Bill Teeple for more information. And a retirement, Pat Hurley from First National Bank is having his retirement party on Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. So the public's welcome to join the staff for cookies and punch to celebrate his very successful career at First National Bank. On Thursday, special program at the fairgrounds. It's the 19th annual water splash off at the show arena from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. And from there, you can come on over to the Chamber Business After Hours. You'll be in the area already at Community First Credit Union. Again, kind of located on that west side of town from 5 to 7 p.m. And we'll have cider from Jefferson County Cider Works. I think I misspoke earlier when I talked about they were having wine. And the best barbecue from Sweet and Saucy. And again, this is a free monthly networking event open to chamber members and also the general public. Friday, we've got another chance to donate blood at Advance America, located at 1702 West Burlington from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Rotary Club's going to have their weekly meeting from 12 noon to 1 p.m. at the Fairfield Golf and Country Club. And the Book Movie Club will continue at the Fairfield Public Library at 1 p.m. And so this is a chance to talk about your favorite books or movies that you've seen, and a fun discussion. And they'll segue into watching a movie for everyone to enjoy. At the fairgrounds, there at 1 o'clock is the Iowa Beef Bonanza at the show arena, so from 1 to 1:30. And then a public program at the library on Friday afternoon at 4:30 to 6 p.m., Alzheimer's 101. And this is a class that's suitable for family and professional caregivers, and to learn all about what is Alzheimer's, how's it different from normal aging, and if this is something that you have experience with in your family or with a loved one, this would be a great program and a chance to network with others that can understand what you've been going through. And also on Friday night, we have a book signing with Dr. Rhoda Orm Johnson, who's this will be at Revelations from 7:30 to 9 p.m. And this is a former MUM faculty member who's going to be signing copies of her memoir, Inside Maharishi's Ashram, A Personal Story. And as we come on to the weekend, we have the Fairfield Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Howard Park, and a special field day at Radiance Dairy, and with Francis and Susan Tickey from 1 to 3:30 p.m. And their farm is just out on Brookville Road at 1745. And this will be a field day sponsored with the Iowa Organic Association. And the attendees will learn about new innovations for dairy or field crop operations. And if you haven't had a chance to go to Francis's farm, it's fantastic. He always does such a great job, and it's always very inspirational. And also, this is one of our, I'd say, favorite picks, too, from our Leadership Fairfield group. So free event, everyone's welcome. Again, Saturday from 1 to 3:30 p.m. And on Sunday, we have the Maker Space on MUM campus. Sew Awesome, SEW. So if you like to sew, they're working on a cushion project from 1 to 4 p.m. You will watch an expert explain how to build one, make one, and then when you're ready, they'll provide materials. Then you can rip into making your own. Also, we've got the Dorothy Bell Garden Tour from 1 to 4 p.m. And the Fairfield Art Association announces the return of the garden tour named after its founder, Dorothy Bell, and was held for 25 years. And after it took a break for several years, the organizers are going to be offering 4 beautiful garden tours. And so again, from 1 to 4 p.m. And the last thing I've got on my calendar is the Bubbles Soccer Tournament at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds out in the outfield at the ball field from 4 to 7 p.m.
Have you seen those before?
I have not seen one in person, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
My kids did it at college and said it was hilarious. So you're in a giant... You are in the ball.
You're in the ball, and you run and
fall and try to get up. It's hard enough playing soccer without being in a big plastic ball, but
you're right. It looks like fun. I've never seen one in person.
Yeah, I hope people will check it out. I think it'd be a hoot.
It's a very busy week at the Chamber. Don't forget to sign up for the Chamber newsletter that comes out Monday morning, the week that will be. You can email the Chamber at chamber@fairfieldiowa.com or go to their website, fairfieldiowa.com, and check out the calendar that is online there as well.
Absolutely.
Matt, it's nice seeing you, and we'll wait for a announcement of next year's event.
Next year, we already have the dates announced. It'd be June 3rd through the 11th of 2018. We're working on setting up some prearranged plans, try to find something new and exciting. So if anybody has any ideas or any businesses or any thoughts, feel free to contact me, because we're always looking for something new to have these guys do when they're here in town visiting.
All right. Again, that's Vintage Dodge Power Wagon, Vintage Power Wagons here in Fairfield. Detra, it's nice seeing you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you. That's
our Chamber Talk here on this Monday morning. As we wrap things up, I want to remind you, Chamber Talk today being brought to us by Everybody's Whole Foods. Stay tuned. The forecast coming up next. The Jefferson